It's not a 20s game, Jeremy. It's not a 20s game. I have heard that so many times, and I have to respectfully disagree. Now, I will agree that Crokinole isn't just a 20s game, but there's no question that you will notice that the player who is stronger at dropping 20s has a definite advantage. So what we're going to look at today is a simple trick that you can use that will help you, if you're new, get used to and comfortable with dropping open 20s, and if you're more experienced, this will help you quickly break a slump if you ever find yourself struggling with this critical shot. Let's take a look. What you're going to want to do for this drill is set yourself up with what we call a hanger 20 situation. You're going to take a disc and put it on the far side of the 20 hole from yourself and have it just slightly overhanging into that hole. So basically you're setting it up like a backboard. And from there, what it's going to do is it creates a fair bit of forgiveness. If your weight isn't quite perfect, or even if your angle's a little bit off, you'll still see your disc drop in for a 20. So one of the greatest things that comes from doing this drill is it's fantastic for boosting your confidence. It just feels good to see your discs drop in for 20 points. So if you're a more advanced or even an intermediate player, you may be sitting there thinking, oh, Jeremy, this drill is silly. I'm too good for this. And if that's what you're thinking, I'd invite you to consider this. It was a few years ago, I listened to a fantastic interview with a man by the name of Coach John Wooden. And Coach John Wooden is considered to be the winningest basketball coach in university history. And one of the philosophies that he worked really hard to instill in his team, in his players, was the importance of the fundamentals, the most basic shots. And one of the examples he gave was he would have his players in practice do hundreds of layups from 3 feet away, a simple shot. These advanced university level basketball players are doing 100 layups from 3 feet away. A hanger 20 is basically the equivalent of a 3-foot layup. It is a simple shot that any player with experience should be able to make. But have you ever been in a match and missed a super simple shot like that cost you points, it cost you a round, and it may even have cost you moving on in a tournament that was really important to you? Well, take a page out of Coach John Wooden's book and practice the basics. Whether you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced, this drill is going to help you drop more 20s and increase your confidence. So what I'm going to do for the next week, and I invite you to come along with me, is every day I'm going to sit down at the board and I'm going to set myself up with 20 hanger 20s and see how many out of that 20 I can drop. I'd invite you to comment below, what is your score out of 20? How many of these hanger 20s were you able to drop? And I'm curious if you will see, what I think you'll see is an improvement in your score over the week. So come on back and repost. Let me know how you're doing, how you're improving with your hanger 20s. Now, to build on this, next week's tip is going to be all about improving the open 20s. We're going to take this backboard away and see just how good you are. I'll introduce you what I feel is the best drill to see you consistently get better and better at the critical open 20 shot. Make it a great day. If your weight isn't quite perfect, if you shoot it a little strong, it's still going to stay in that 20 hole. Just even if your angle isn't quite perfect, you're still going to have a 20. And he probably still is. Still going to stay in that 20 hole.